This week on Weller Does Delmarva, Denise drops by with a few stories of how the Wellers are keeping busy during the stay-at-home order. We welcome John Hollis to the show from the Western Sussex Revitalization Corporation. And our friend Robert Muncy from the House of Praise for All People has an encouraging word. We are live from the Weller Complex in Lincoln. Here's your host, Jim Weller.
Good morning, everybody. And we have just a couple changes to that collage. John Hollis was not able to make it, but we've got Senator Dave Wilson going to be talking about let's get Delaware open again, small businesses, allowing them to open in some way, shape, or form. We're going to chit-chat about that. And also, about 8:30-ish, we have Amy Brown from Dryzone going to be joining us in person. So it's an action-packed show, lots of things to talk about. We're going to do some giveaways at some point, but let's just get started. First up on the chopping block, I meant up on the sponsor segment, is Colin Walls, Walls Service Center, and TV Delmarva. Colin, are you there?
I'm here, Jim. Good morning. And I'm very encouraged by Senator Dave Wilson coming on and going to be talking about that. I was really encouraged by what they did with sending the letter to the governor. So
yes,
I like it. Let's just get things back moving again and get on with life.
Yeah, to some degree anyway.
Right. Yeah. I'm not saying we got to, jump right back in 100%, but we do absolutely have to get this economy going again or we're done.
Yeah, we're
done.
Toast.
Exactly, yeah. So anyway, hey, Colin here from TV Delmarva. We have got lots of good things going on here. We've got Jim's show here, but we also have a live show coming up tonight at 5:30. It's going to be live from the Pond in Rehoboth. And
the fundraiser.
It's a fundraiser, exactly. So
it's fun, and it's a fundraiser.
Right. A lot of people know Bob Yesbeck. He's the Rehoboth foodie, and he has a band called Second Time Around, and he's going to be down there with his band. They're not looking for people to come in to watch the band.
No, right.
But you can buy food, takeout from there, and his it's kind of a fundraiser, and he's also got a place where you can go and donate to this fundraiser if you can't make it down there. And I'm going to look that up so I can get all that information.
Okay, but isn't this going to be on TV Delmarva?
Yes, that's where I was going with this, Jim. Thanks for keeping me on track.
Checking. In other words, you were giving a lot of detail.
A lot of detail, yeah.
So it's a fundraiser. It's tonight. It's going to be live.
Yes.
And you're broadcasting it live as it happens?
Live as it happens on TV Delmarva. So there's a couple ways you can watch it. TV Delmarva, over the air, channel 14. That is the preferred method. Or you can always go to our Roku channel, search for TV Delmarva. The same thing with Amazon Fire Stick and tvdelmarva.com. Go to tvdelmarva.com. Click on that Watch Live button. It'll be there. Also, we're going to be streaming it live on Facebook Live.
Wow, so it's going to be a lot of places because you're not saying come to the pond. That's not, unless you want to order takeout, you can do that.
You can order takeout, and we encourage you to order takeout
as much as you can. Is there a limit?
I doubt there's a limit. But I'm sure there's a limit to how much food they have, but I would test it.
Test it.
If I were you,
buy
I would
lots of food and give it away.
Right. I would make them run out of food if I were you. So they would probably be very happy at this point right now.
Now, is Kevin Short going to be singing tonight?
I hear Kevin Short is going to do a cameo appearance there.
Really?
Yeah, he's going to sing a little bit down there. The last time he did it, he did, I think it's Boko Haram, something to, and he did a fantastic job on it. Like, I was blown away by it.
Wow. Well, Kevin can really sing. He might not be able to grow hair, but that dude can sing.
He's put all his effort into singing.
And gave up on growing hair.
Right. Yeah, it just took up too much energy.
So what time tonight? 5:30, I think?
5:30 on TV Delmarva. Yes.
All right. Yep. Well, stay tuned, everybody.
And it's going to be on for 2 hours, Jim. So 2 hours of local live musical entertainment. You will not want to miss this. It's going to be fun.
That would have been a great opportunity to put some local commercials in.
It would have been, yep.
I don't know if you are still selling ads on TV Delmarva or not.
Let me check. Let me check here.
Okay.
Let me check my. Yeah, this says we are. Yes, Jim.
All right.
Yes, we are absolutely selling ads on TV Delmarva.
Well,
are you doing this? Them.
Are you doing this next week?
I think we're doing this 3 weeks in a row.
Well, there's an opportunity.
There is an opportunity.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. Well, thank you, Colin.
All right. Thank you, Jim.
All right, everybody. So you're watching a show. I want to take a quick phone call. 422-7336. I want you to be the first caller of the day. 422-7336. Operators are standing by right now. There's a whole bunch of them keeping an eye on that one phone line. 422-7336. We need caller number 1 to call right now if you would. 422-7336. And if you call and if you get through,
sponsor program is
I will give you a bottle of Eagle Wings pineapple teriyaki sauce. Absolutely free. Oh, we're going on the radio now. I hear the intro. So, good morning. We're going to be live on the radio. Okay? So, good morning, everybody. Jim Weller here. You are listening to and watching a show called Weller Does Delmarva, and we've got a collage to play for you. It's going to tell you some of what's going on today and some of what's not going on today. And, Colin, if you're ready, we'll play that, and then we'll get into it.
This week on Weller Does Delmarva, Denise drops by with a few stories of how the Wellers are keeping busy during the stay-at-home order. We welcome John Hollis to the show from the Western Sussex Revitalization Corporation. And our friend Robert Muncy from the House of Praise for All People has an encouraging word. We are live from the Weller Complex in Lincoln. Here's your host, Jim Weller.
Okay, everybody, so thank you for tuning in. This is show number 347. 347 times we've done this show, okay? So we thank you for everybody. We've got a great radio audience, Delaware 105.9. Then we've got our Roku crowd, then our Amazon Fire Stick people. We've got those. Then we've got Channel 14 on TV Delmarva. On top of that, we've got about a half a dozen Facebook pages, people watching there. So if you're watching this show on Facebook, this is a good time to take a moment and start a watch party. So that way everybody you know knows what you're watching right now. We're going to be live. We're going to be with you for the next 2 hours. John Hollis was not able to make it today, so I got a hold of Senator Dave Wilson, and we're going to be talking about getting Lower Delaware back up and running. Let's get back to work, everybody. We're also going to be joined by Amy Brown from Dryzone. That's going to be a guest surprise appearance about 8:35-ish. She's going to be joining us. We haven't had Amy on for quite a while. So anyway, a lot of things going on. We're excited to be here with you. And good morning. So I first want to mention one of my sponsors, which is my chiropractor, which is Dr. T and Dr. Bud. Now, we're not allowed to have a favorite. Denise goes also. I go. It's Peninsula Chiropractic Center. This is a sponsor segment, and I really enjoy good quality chiropractic care, okay? It's really important because many things are affected by your central nervous system. And when things are in line, everything just works better. Your vision is better. Your hearing is better. You'll work harder. You'll feel better. It's just a great thing. So if you need a chiropractor, I recommend Dr. Bud and Dr. T. Denise, who do you deal with? Do you really?
Yeah.
How often do you go to a chiropractor?
Well, I go once a month.
No matter what?
No matter what, but I missed my April appointment somehow. And
do you feel any different?
Yeah, I feel a little...
That's why you've been cranky.
Yeah. That is it.
Yes, chiropractic care helps with crankiness. All right. So anyway, are you a fan? Because I can remember the day you weren't too hepped up on chiropractic care, and now you miss it if you miss it.
I really do miss it. I love being in line with a straight spine.
You've had a lot of good little stories from your chiropractic experiences. Things where she used to have this and that, and this wasn't working right, and all of a sudden it is working right.
It's all a part of good health, and that's what I've been doing for 10 years is trying to stay healthy. And chiropractor.
But you've had things from chiropractic care that after you went, you are like, oh, this is better now.
Yeah.
You know, like you didn't notice it right away.
Yeah.
So if you need chiropractic care, this is available for everybody. He's not just there for the Wellers, okay? So he's accepting and receiving new customers all the time. If you've been to a chiropractor and not got the results you wanted, well, maybe you will get them at Peninsula Chiropractic Center. And what I do like about them is they know their lane. They know what they're good at. and they know when they need to suggest that you consider somebody else or something else. So it's Peninsula Chiropractic Center. Everybody's welcome. If you have insurance, give them a call, and they'll help you figure out what your insurance does and doesn't cover. If you were hurt in a car accident, I strongly suggest you get some chiropractic care. And if you're just stressed and tired and been sitting around home and eating a lot of bonbons or Twinkies or whatever, and you just need to feel a little better, an adjustment always loosens things up and gets your circulation better. So it is Peninsula Chiropractic Center, the one and only. Dr. Trillia, Dr. Bud, they do a fantastic job. Phone number, everybody ready? It's 302-629-4344. 629-4344. PeninsulaChiroCenter.com on the web. Locally owned and operated, honest, fair, and friendly. Great place, very accommodating. Sometimes you can get in the same day you call. So give them a call and like them on Facebook, Peninsula Chiropractic Center. Now, the voice you heard a minute ago was Denise. And Denise is my young bride, and she enjoys being on the show sometimes, correct?
Correct.
She's wearing her new anti-glare glasses.
Yes.
Okay, she bought these especially for the camera.
Right.
Anti-glare, and I can see nothing but a glare. Okay, so we are not going to endorse these glasses.
No, we are not.
All right, we need another glasses sponsor.
Oh.
We need to get an eye care center to be your glasses sponsor. And each week you style a different pair.
That would be nice.
That would be a great idea.
Yes.
Okay? So we're going to work on that. So Denise, you've got something new growling in the garage.
Yes. He actually doesn't growl anymore.
Okay. Well, you were growling about him last week.
I know. It's so funny. I went back and looked at last week's segment.
She thinks she growled on the show.
And I really did growl on the show.
Okay. All right. Well.
Oh, goodness.
All right.
Anyway,
so,
Charlie, he's a new cat. He's doing better. He's had no social...
Well, tell him what we've put in the garage now.
Oh, yeah. He has been updated from a
little dog kennel
to a humongous
dog kennel.
But
right.
I mean, it's like a 10 by 10 foot thing.
Yeah.
He's got a big plant in there where he can lay in it. He's got toys. He's got a rug and a claw scratcher.
It's the cat's meow.
It is, but he still hides in this one little box.
Mm-hmm.
But last night he made a big breakthrough. And I sat in there with him, and he...
But you haven't touched him yet.
No, he didn't shake, and he didn't growl at me or anything. And he just looked like everything's okay. He's looking healthier, but gonna have to make that.
This is
contact.
A cat we found alongside the road.
And cats are so tough because they do scratch you. A dog. I've always made out well with rescuing dogs, but cats are tough.
Just rescue me and I'll be happy, okay?
Oh, you're rescued, Jim.
All right.
Jesus rescued you.
You've got a lot to talk about. Something with the Greenwood Mennonite School?
Well, I want to first of all show everybody my new face mask.
Oh, yes. These are Weller's face masks. Mm-hmm. They were made by our friend Nita.
Yeah.
Nita's Notions is what they're called. Nita's Notions. So look her up on Facebook, Nita Smith. And if you want one made, she's got Weller's on there. 2020. Some people know what the 2020 might mean or not mean. Everything, the jury's still out on all this stuff. But anyway, it says Weller's 2020.
Yeah.
So we bought these for all of our staff, and they're really cool looking, and she did a good job. So that's Nita Smith, Nita's Notions on Facebook, okay?
Yeah. I'm also glad to hear Amy Brown's coming on.
Amy Brown.
You're going to get to talk about your new floor, which you have not done.
Yeah, she's way more knowledgeable of what they did and didn't do than I am.
It's beautiful. I mean, it looks better than my kitchen floor.
Well, we're actually getting our sidewalks done in the near future.
Your sidewalks are going to look better than my kitchen floor.
Right. So maybe we'll put a Spartec floor coating on our kitchen floor.
Or the garage.
Or the garage. There you go. Back at motorhome and park them cats.
No, I mean my garage.
Oh, your garage. Not my garage.
Your garage, Jim. Yours
not the big garage. Okay, forget that thing.
I see the glare. It's pretty bad.
Is that right?
Yeah. Okay.
I thought it was a glow. You're telling me it's a glare.
We'll say it's a glow.
We'll say it's a glow. Denise is glowing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we talked about what? Nothing so far.
No. And I have a lot to talk about.
All right. Well, why don't you get started because you got about 1 minute and 33 seconds left.
Okay. Tonight, downtown Dover is having a fundraiser auction.
Okay.
It's going to be online.
Online.
From 7 to 9.
From 7 to 9.
You have to purchase a ball with a number on it for $50.
Okay.
This is how it's going to work.
You know, I even believe it's considered a donation.
It is. It's tax-deductible donation.
But consult your tax advisor.
All the proceeds are going to help downtown businesses.
Really?
Yes.
Well, this is pretty nice.
Right. So, but you have to... they've sold out of the balls, and now
already?
and they've added more. So, but they're only going to be on sale until 9 o'clock this morning. So you're going to have to jump on this. But what it is they're going to pull a ball out, kind of like a quarter
online.
auction.
Everybody's going to be watching this
From
at the same
7
time.
to 9 online. They're going to pull a ball out, and if your number is drawn, then you win that particular item.
Okay.
And so you can go on downtown Dover Facebook page
now
and see the items, and they give you a better description of how it's going to work.
So you pay $50.
Yeah.
And they just keep drawing numbers.
Yeah.
And it's a 2-hour live auction. It's a fundraiser, as well as it's going to give back to the community.
Right. And you don't have to give any more money. Your $50
That's it.
just get you, that's it. A
Okay.
chance to win any of their items.
All right. What's next?
Okay. Next is Vanderwyn Acres.
Vanderwyn Acres.
If you like them on Facebook.
Wait a minute. Go ahead.
Okay. They are having a drive-in movie night.
It's sold out.
I know that. Okay. I love you. But they are planning, depending on how this goes,
Well, I think it went well. It sold out in minutes.
to continue this.
Okay.
So when we were young, we used to go to drive-in movies, didn't
Let's
we?
not get in. This is like a PG show here.
No, Jim, I love you. Come on now. All right. So for $20 a carload,
Right.
you can go to Vanderwyn Acres, which is where their big building
beautiful
is.
barn is.
Yes, and they're going to show it on the side of the barn, I guess.
Right. Because you got to stay in your vehicle.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's $20 a carload, and they had 3 shows on
Yep.
Mother's Day weekend, and they're all sold out already.
We're going, right?
We are going. Jenny
We're
got us a
going.
ticket. We're going to see The Beauty and the Beast.
The Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, or
Okay.
Grease was playing.
Okay.
But we're going with the kids the same time all the kids are going, and it's Beauty and the Beast.
Okay. So, but we need people to like that Facebook page. What
Yes.
was that? Vanderwyn Acres?
Vanderwyn Acres, not
Okay,
Vanderwyn
Vanderwyn.
Creamery. It's
Right.
Vanderwyn
Well, you can like
Acres.
that one too.
Yes.
Vanderwyn Acres. And stay tuned for more of the movie nights.
Yeah.
Okay.
It sounds fun.
What's next?
All right, next is Greenwood Mennonite School is offering a Mother's Day dinner. It's going to be a takeout.
This is going to be great.
I think so. They're trying. You know,
Well,
they're
and their cooking is always so
I
good.
know. Their
Okay.
school festival has been canceled.
Yes,
And that
so-
was a big moneymaker for the
For
school.
the school, right.
Yes. And so this is just one of the ways they're
One
going
of
to
their
do it.
ideas. So
Yeah.
we need everybody. We want this thing to sell out.
We do. So they're having roast beef, mashed potatoes, gravy, carrots, coleslaw, rolls, dessert. And it's for 4 people, it's $55.
Really?
And for 2 people, it's $30.
So $30 for 2, $55 for 4. It's the food and all the trimmings.
Yeah, and you have to order by May 6th.
All right.
And you're going
That's
to pick
soon.
it. You're going to pick it up on May 9th.
Okay, so order by May 6th. How do they order?
They must go to it's
Something on Facebook?
it's the
That's
School
fine.
Festival, GMS
Festival.
School Festival Facebook page.
Okay.
And
GMS. And that's the only place you can order.
It's the only
Like
order.
if somebody shares this, you can't order on the share. You've got to go to the Greenwood Mennonite Schools Spring Festival page.
And they will acknowledge you that they've got your order.
Right. So if you order where a friend has shared it and you don't get an acknowledgement, you're not in. Because I'm
Right.
sure there's a limited supply here.
Right. So we're
Okay.
doing it. Yeah.
We're doing it?
Yeah, our family is.
Okay.
Jenny
and we're all
bought
going to
a
sit in the
dinner.
driveway and eat in our
Well,
cars?
we're probably doing it in the screened-in porch.
Okay.
Okay, but Jenny, she's buying a meal for 4. Kim's buying a meal for 4, and we're buying a meal for 4.
Wow. The only thing that would top that off
Is what?
is a bushel of crabs.
Yeah. We'll
Okay.
do that for Father's Day.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a long time away.
Just June.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. What
All right,
else?
The next thing, I'm excited, and it's one of those things that I've been living here my entire life and never knew it existed. Okay.
What's that?
Okay, you know I'm an outdoors person.
The Young Patterson tax ditch?
I love trees.
Trees.
Okay. So I just found out that the oldest tree in Delaware is at Trap Pond.
Really?
It's one of those bald cypresses.
No kidding.
I know. And you can get a kayak. Now, you can't do this. The park is open to walk, but you cannot rent kayaks. But if you have your own kayak,
you can take a kayak?
You can buy a kayak at Weller's and then
take it right on down there.
And take it right on down there.
Man, you are starting to think now, Denise.
I know. And you can paddle right up to that tree. If
and
you're really
good,
you could get your selfie with it.
And don't drop your camera in the water.
No, we did that one time when we were at
We had scuba divers lined up to go get it.
I know.
We were ready.
It was a nice camera, but I forgave you. It was an accident.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, it is over 500 years old.
Really?
Yeah. So,
wow.
What?
I said, wow.
Yeah, it is. Wow, that's a big deal.
How are we going to find this exact cypress?
Well, that's what I don't know. Because if everything was open, you would just ask the woman at the store or somebody, working the boats, which tree is it out there?
They'll say it's the tall one with the bark and it's green.
They showed a picture of it. It is pretty big. So we could just go out there. It'd be fun. Let's take a picnic lunch.
We should do that.
Eat on the shore and then go out and just check out all the trees.
Take our trailer full of kayaks and invite five friends.
I think you're going to be able to spot the 500-year-old tree because it is huge. It'll
have wrinkles.
They also, somewhere on the property, and I never seen this either, they have a plaque on the ground showing how big the tree is. Like if you don't want to kayak out there,
right?
Whatever the circumference is, this plaque is on the ground and you can literally see the circumference of the tree.
Really?
Yeah, it's a marker. That's what it is. All right.
Well, I'm going to thank you for stopping by. Was there anything else?
Yes.
Well, hurry up. That's been 10 minutes now.
Okay, one more thing.
We're way into overtime.
All right, one more thing. Okay. The Delaware Forest Service has put out this book, Big Trees of Delaware, the 5th edition.
All right.
Now, I have either the 3rd or the 4th edition. I did it years ago.
Okay.
But it's a book that shows all these different species of trees where the largest one is.
All right.
Now, it doesn't mean it's the oldest one of that species.
Okay.
There's a difference between largest and oldest.
All right.
But this is Big Trees of Delaware. And it could be a fun thing you could do with your kids. Outside, it gives you the exact address. Like there's one right on Shawnee Road. There's an oak tree right on Shawnee Road. It's a beautiful tree.
You've seen it?
Yes. I drive by it all the time. But when I got the book, I said, wow, that tree is in the book. It's registered as the biggest, certain kind of oak tree. And I drive by it every day.
Is there any out here on Appel's Road?
No, I haven't seen any on Appel's Road.
Okay.
I did a lot. There's some on the green. There's one on the church.
How did they get the book?
Okay, the book. Okay.
Stay focused.
Okay, sorry. Okay, I went to the Reading Forest office.
Okay.
The address.
You went to the one down towards Georgetown.
Yes, its address is 18074 Reading Forest Drive.
Okay.
Okay, and just picked it up. It's free. Okay. Or you can download it.
Okay.
If you go to agriculture.delaware.gov/forest-service/publications.
Okay.
And or there's also you could go to Kent County's Forest Service main office. I'm going to kind of show it. There's the addresses.
Okay.
And then Newcastle has one. But you can just pick it up for free. They have them. And then they're all over the state of Delaware. Just make it like a scavenger hunt.
Right.
Some are in people's yards. You can't really go up to them and get your picture taken. But some of them...
respectful of people's property.
but some of them are not.
All right.
So it's pretty cool.
Well, I'm going to thank you so much for stopping by. Was there anything else at all? I see Tracy's interrupting you out there.
Am I all done?
Well, you're kind of done unless you really, really got something else.
No, that's it.
What's the matter? Go ahead.
No, I'm really done.
I can tell by that look you've got something else.
No, I literally have nothing else.
Come on now.
I just feel like I'm being pushed out the door.
No. I mean, were you getting ready to give me permission to buy a new 2021 Yukon?
No, that's not happening yet.
Huh?
No.
Independent suspension, 4-wheel drive. Nice ride.
I don't know.
Okay.
I
didn't know what you were getting ready to say next.
Okay.
No, seriously. I'm not cutting you off.
I'm done.
I'm just going to let you go.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Bye.
Okay. So get that book and go look at trees, go kayaking, go look at that tree. There's lots of things to do. Now, listen, let me get on with the show. George Luff, this is a sponsor segment. He is my accountant. So this is about Luff and Associates, all right? You hear me talk about him every week, and I appreciate George Luff, his son Tyler, Team Luff. They do a great job. They've got 3 locations. That's in Milford and Dover, and then in Rehoboth. Milford, Dover, Rehoboth. 3 locations. Luff and Associates. If you need accounting work for yourself or for personal reasons or for your business or your organization, they are always looking for new customers. This is a very busy, complicated time as far as bookkeeping and taxes and people applying for these loans and needing their accounting work just right. If you are getting involved in those SBA loans, your accounting stuff better be right, because all of that has a lot of twists and turns to it. So if you need a good accountant, I'm recommending Luff and Associates. Also, if you own a business and you'd like some help with your payroll, you're just tired of fooling with it yourself. A lot of businesses, got to focus on doing their business and not so much worried about the new payroll rules and changes and things like that. Luff and Associates has a system called Easy Payroll. They will help you whether you deal with them for your accounting or don't deal with them. If you do your own or deal with somebody else and you need help with your payroll, Luff and Associates has Easy Payroll services, and they will help you out. So one phone number gets you to all 3 locations, which is Milford, Dover, or Rehoboth, and the phone number is 302-422-9699. That's 422-9699. It's luffcpas.com on the web. I really like dealing with them, and I believe you will too. Now, for the past week or two, I've been talking about an ad for a gentleman that does blacktop and seal coating, and it's Josh McNeil's Paving. He's like the 3rd generation, or the 3rd generation is working there. They've been in business a long time in our community, and if you need, if you have a driveway and let's just say it's stone or dirt or whatever, and you've been just thinking about, I just want to get that thing blacktopped. It makes your house cleaner, less dirt and things on your shoes as you go in and out. It's a nice thing to have a blacktop driveway. He's got a special right now. Now, he's not going to do the work immediately. He's got to schedule it. But if you give him a call, estimates are free. He'll come out and look at the project. But right now, if you mention Jim Weller or Weller Does Delmarva in the month of May 2020, he will give you a 20% discount. That's huge. So if you've been thinking about having some blacktop work done, you could save 20%. Now, if you already have some blacktop and you want to get the cracks filled and get it seal coated, he's offering a 10% discount on that. So both of these are sizable savings. It's not that you have to have it done immediately. You just have to get scheduled in the next few weeks. So how do you do that? Estimates are free. He will come out and look at your project, and just got to mention me or this show, and he will give you 10% off on seal coating or 20% off on any blacktop work or a new driveway or whatever. Phone number, are you ready? It's 302-945-7131. That's 945-7131. Josh McNeil's Paving. Him, his family, his team will do a great job for you. Again, it's McNeil's Paving. Josh McNeil. Save 10% on seal coating and 20% on any blacktop work, a new driveway, repairs, maintenance, whatever. Phone number 302-945-7131. Give him a call. Tell him I sent you. Tell him you heard about the discount here, and he will do a good job for you. So you are listening to a show called Weller Does Delmarva. People say, now this is really funny. We have people that have never seen the show before actually watch it and call in. So that was kind of cool. Last week we had 2 or 3. So you figure after 347 weeks, we thought everybody knew about the show. But now that we're on this new TV station in Seaford, which is TV Delmarva, Channel 14, our audience is growing even more into Maryland, Lower Delaware, and so on and so forth. Plus, we're on the web. We're everywhere. So we're on a lot of different platforms. And if you ever want to advertise or be on the show, this is advertising that's very unique. Number one, it's on the radio. It's on 6 different Facebook pages. It is on YouTube. It is on TV Delmarva. You can watch it on your Roku device or your Amazon Fire Stick. And then after the show is over, people can share it and use it again. So it's kind of a lot more than just one commercial. So check me out. Give me a call if you want to advertise. We're taking a break from the radio. I hear the music. We're going to continue on TV and Facebook. So don't go nowhere. All right, we're going to continue talking. We don't stop because they tell me if I stop talking, there's a flap in this microphone, and once it shuts, it won't open till next Saturday. So we keep right on talking. So I think we're going to chit-chat here in just a moment with Colin Walls from TV Delmarva. Colin, are you there?
I'm here, yes. TV Delmarva, Jim, yes.
All right.
Lots of exciting things going on with us here at TV Delmarva, including tonight. Well, of course, your show, Jim.
Yes.
The most
After
exciting
my
thing,
show comes tonight.
The most exciting thing I'm involved with between 7 and 9 every Saturday.
I thought you meant each week. But anyway. All right. So there's a lot going on TV Delmarva. After me at 11 o'clock, you got another live show, don't you?
We sure do.
Yep.
We have
Coastal
A&E with host Michael Sprouse. He's got a great show coming up. Paul Cullen's going to be on, and several other. I think he's got 4 guests going to be on.
Wow.
Yeah, very lively and exciting show.
And local. All local stuff.
All local, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I haven't even told you this yet, Jim.
Okay.
Starting next Saturday, we believe, still working out the details. I don't want to give any names out yet, but a local celebrity is going to be doing a show right here, live show.
Okay.
From her house.
Okay.
In her own studio she's built.
Really? Just for this show?
Just for the show, yeah.
Wow.
So that is going to be from 10 to 11 a.m.
All right.
Every Saturday. So it's going to be really good. So we're excited about all the things happening here on TV Delmarva. So there's an opportunity, to get involved and advertise. But I really want to talk about what's going on tonight. Okay. 5:30 on TV Delmarva. We're going to be coming to you live from the pond in Rehoboth, and there's going to be a live concert there. Now, you can't get in your car and go there to watch the concert.
Okay.
But you can get on your phone, call in an order.
In your car.
Call in an order, and then get in your car and pick that order up.
And listen to the concert while you ride.
That's right. So TV Delmarva, over-the-air, channel 14. Also on your Roku, search for TV Delmarva, as well as on your Amazon Fire Stick. You can search there, too. Now, tvdelmarva.com. Sorry, forgot about that. tvdelmarva.com. Click on the Watch Live tab. You can do that from your phone, your computer,
Is
your
that
tablet.
on the Lincoln Web, or is that on the World Wide Web?
You don't even have to put LWW or WWW, any of that. Just go to tvdelmarva.com. Yes.
All right. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere, Jim.
And this is one of the first TV stations to start in Lincoln, right?
I think so. I'll have to go in the Lincoln Public Archives to that giant high-rise in downtown Lincoln and see if there's any other, because, there's so much activity that we could have missed it.
Well, maybe when it was called Lincoln City, maybe there was a TV station. You never know.
Maybe. But anyway, lots going on. So you want to tune in at 5:30 tonight. It's a 2-hour concert.
And what time does it start?
5:30. What other TV station is blocking out 2 hours of time for a local concert?
Right.
Hey,
and it's a fundraiser.
Have you ever heard of the Rehoboth Foodie, Bob Gesbeck?
Yep.
Yeah. His band is going to be on there. So he's kind of the guy that's hosting or is emceeing it. Okay. And Kevin Short's going to be on there singing. So lots and lots of nice, cool, fun stuff.
Okay. And that's tonight at 5:30.
Right here on TV Delmarva.
All right. Exclusively.
Yes.
Or hopefully.
And Facebook.
And your Fire Stick. And your.
That's right. But it is on the
Roku.
TV Delmarva channels of those. So.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Colin. Did he just cut himself off? I see him still talking.
What'd you say?
You were fading in and out. Did you shut yourself off?
When I turned it off, I shut it off.
Did you really?
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, it worked. All right. Thank you, Colin.
Thanks, Jim. See you.
All right. Check it out. Tune it in tonight. All right. So anyway, I haven't heard the music. We're not back on the radio yet, I don't think. I do want to mention to everybody that is watching on Facebook, we appreciate your support, okay? Every week when we're done, it's like 2,000-3,000 people have watched, and I want to say thank you to my Facebook audience. The TV audience, I have no way of tracking you, so I've come up with this idea. If you're watching on TV, I want you to take a $5 bill, put it in an envelope, mail it to Jim Weller, Lincoln City, Delaware, and I will thank you for it next week, okay? So I need some tracking device for my TV audience, and I would like you to just send me I don't need a $10 bill. Let's not overdo it. Just send me a $5 bill in the mail and write me a note saying, you don't even have to write a note. If I start getting $5 bills in the mail, I'll know it came from you. All right. So we're looking for a tracking device. So anyway, so we thank you, everybody, for watching the show. In other words, and Colin and Team TV Delmarva, you may not realize that in the back of this building, there's like 4 people making things happen back there for the radio and the TV. And then at the radio station, there's more people there making things happen. So, and then there's you, the audience, who's making it happen, you know, by supporting the advertisers and calling in and winning things and stuff like that. So anyway, good morning to each and every one of you. This is a live show, and I would like a phone call. Real quick, though. I need it real quick. And you know what? Did you call forward the phones, Tracy? No wonder the phones ain't working. Holy mackerel, I'm telling you, the help you get nowadays. She was on time, but she forgot to call forward the phone. No wonder our phone calls are not getting through. So give it a minute or two, folks, because she's not only got to do that, and then she's got to test it and clean the cables and make sure everything works. So I want to tell you, Weller's Utility Trailers is going to be open today at 8 o'clock. We are open. We are asking for your patience and understanding as we try to do business with you. Now we're all talking through a mask.
Or advertisers
we're standing further apart, and we're tired at the end of the day. So anyway, and we're going to talk about what's it going to take to get everybody open back up again. So folks, you're listening to a show. It's called Weller Does Delmarva. I hear the music. We're back on the radio. So I just want to let you know that we're here for you. And if you ever want to be on the show, we're always looking for guests. We're definitely looking for advertisers. So if you want me to help you promote your business or your product or your organization, I'm here for you. What can I say except I will help in any way I can. I think we have a phone call, and it's just in the nick of time because it's probably Justin Ward. I don't know if he's on the phone yet or not. But, Justin, if you tried, try again, because Tracy, her name is Tracy, did not call forward the phone first thing this morning. Not Jim. So I'm not throwing her under the bus. Okay? She's a little short little lady. I'm not throwing her under the bus, but I'm just saying. Oh, my gosh. So we're here. So, Justin, if you're ready for me, we're ready for Justin Ward. We may have to call him before it's over with. But I want to brag on my insurance agent real quick. Okay? This is a sponsor segment, folks. I like dealing with L&W Insurance Agency. I hear the phone, but it's not call forwarded, I can tell, because it wouldn't be ringing. Justin, if you want, hold on. That's him, but it's not call forwarded. So you got to do that star 73 and blank everything out, and then do the star 72 thing.
Jim, I'm going to call him.
Okay. You're going to call him? Okay. Colin's going to call him. All right. But we got to get this. I'm telling you, man, when you work with these young people, they just don't have the same work ethic. No, she's sorry. And she's really not that much younger than me, but younger. Yep. But anyway, so L&W Insurance Agency, I was talking about them. I love dealing with my insurance agent. People say, Jim, you must love buying insurance. I don't love buying insurance. It's just something you have to buy. But I love it when I have a problem or a claim and they get in the middle of it. They make things happen. I don't have to deal with the insurance company. I like that. So whether you need personal insurance for your home, your car, your boat, your jet ski, your motorhome, or whatever, if you need renter's insurance, if you want to buy life insurance, health insurance, disability insurance, commercial coverage, they handle all types of insurance, commercial, residential, personal, business, whatever you need. They've been around now since 1932. Now, I'm not implying that Bill Strickland has been around since 1932. He owns L&W. I'm just saying they've been in business that long. Okay. All right. So anyway, L&W Insurance Agency, good people to buy insurance from. If you have insurance and you want a second opinion, second opinions are free. And you give them a call. The phone number is 302-856-7828, 856-7828. 28. Dial it in that order. It works best. lwinsurance.com on the web. And yes, they're very active on Facebook. The next segment is going to be a sponsor segment. This is going to be our friend Justin Ward, Invisible Fence brand of Delmarva Justin, are you there?
Good morning, Jim. How are you doing today?
I'm doing real good. How in the world are you doing?
We're doing good. We're taking the sunshine that we're getting today and utilizing it and working in between the rain showers. So I've been telling people we're grateful that we're busy and we're out working with dogs and doing training sessions and getting a lot of the new technology installed for clients with the Boundary Plus technology or GPS system. We're doing good. We're looking on the bright side, and I want to let people know that we do got some home shows scheduled for the end of the month. Whether they'll get canceled or not, I don't know. But we're kind of hoping that we can get out and meet with clients and stuff like that here at the end of the month. I think Ocean City is going to be scheduled for the end of the month here. Like I said, they could cancel that, but we're hoping that they don't, and we can get out and just show off our new products, our new toys. We got some new stuff along the lines of that. Safety harnesses that you could put in cars and stuff like that for your dogs.
Really? Keep them from jumping out the window?
Yeah, keeping them jumping out the window, jumping in the front seat.
I never even thought of jumping in the front seat.
Yep, a lot of times they like to get up there up front with everybody, and obviously if a car were to get in a crash, we got that would keep them from going to the windshield or anything like that. So I encourage people to check that out.
Are you inventing all these products?
I wish. I'd be pretty busy doing that, though, if it was just that. But with us being part of the Radio Systems Corporation, we take care of Pet Safe, Sports Dog, Premier, and all these other different dog brands. So we kind of showcase them through everything. And like I said, our home shows is where we really showcase that. But I encourage people, like I said, we got coupons floating around if they're really watching their budget. We're doing the 90 days interest-free financing or 12 months interest-free financing if you want to go that route. And like I said, everything's customization. So you can contact us or text through 410-546-2436. Check us out on Facebook and YouTube.
All right. A good way to keep your animal safe and to keep it where it should be, not where it shouldn't be.
Absolutely. Keeping unwanted behaviors.
Now, I have a crazy question. You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Do you have a dog?
I don't have a dog.
Okay, but you got about 10,000 of them you work with.
Yep, I always say everybody's is kind of family, so I got over 10,000 dogs that I have.
And would you like a free cat?
A free cat? Yeah. I got plenty of them at the farm.
Okay, just checking. I didn't want you to feel left out.
No, I got plenty of them at the farm, so
all right.
we do like our cats too. So.
Okay, well, good. All right, well, Justin, you take care of yourself, all right?
Yep, absolutely. Appreciate it, Jim. Have a good weekend.
See ya. Be safe. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, everybody, here he is, my next guest or victim. You decide after we get done talking, okay? It's a friend of mine, Dave Wilson, Wilson's Auction from Lincoln. It's not so much a sponsor segment, but we'll call it a sponsor segment just for the heck of it. And I just want to let you know he's going to talk a little bit about his business, a little bit about our government, a little bit about what he'd like to see happen, and he may give you some stock tips too, okay? Good morning, Dave Wilson, Senator Wilson. How you doing?
Fine. Good morning, Jim.
Good. I saw you yesterday up at Dover. You did a good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep. So Wilson's Auction. Let's just touch on that for a minute. Been in business over 40 years.
That's correct. Yep.
And have you ever been shut down?
No, never been shut down since we've been in business for 45 years. And
really?
First time that I've had a 48-day vacation.
Right.
Not really planned, but never got to leave Lincoln, but I'm still on vacation.
Wow. So what are you doing with your time?
Well, we're doing a lot of things that never got done before. I'm house cleaning and odd jobs that one man can do. It's a one-man show. I mean,
you've had to lay people off.
I laid everyone off.
Really? I bet that was hard.
It was. It was. The governor contacted me on March 18th and said, I understand you got an event coming up on Saturday the 21st, and if it's going to be over 50 people, you're not going to be able to conduct it. So the last public auction we had was March the 14th, and I had no choice. I went in that evening when I got home, talked with my wife, and told her that we were going to have do some rearranging in our business. And She
And you got long-term people.
Absolutely. We got people who've been there 30 years, 35 years.
Really?
But we had no other choice, with no income at all with
Right.
the auction business. I don't know that they understand the nature of our business. We have 100 to 120 consigners. They come every Saturday. And they sell their merchandise. After it's sold, they go up to the cashier, get their money, and they go fill their car with a truck with gas. They go to the drugstore. They go shopping. And they're regulars. And along with our estates that we sell 2 to 3 a week. But
People depend on that.
they depend on it. And, Dave Wilson and Wilson's Auction's out of business, but it's not about us. It's about all the customers that we serve.
Right.
And I had, real issues when we had a sale set up at the Delaware State Fairgrounds. We had to cancel it, had to move that equipment out, and call consigners.
Because it was all full. It was all, people paid hauling companies to bring that stuff there. I mean, that decision didn't affect just Wilson's Auction.
Absolutely. It wasn't about Wilson's Auction as much as it was 75 to 80 consigners, and I turned away that many. When I seen it was ramping up, on Tuesday morning, we quit taking consignment. So we had over 700 lots, and we could have sold them. The part that I questioned was our sale was on Saturday. And the governor never bothered to shut the resort, the beaches down till Saturday, and that was the same day we would have had our sale. And,
Right. Couldn't he have waited just 3 days?
3 days would have made a difference of whether I kept the business open or closed, probably.
Right.
Because the magnitude of that sale would have been worthwhile to keep the business open.
Because you plan all year for that sale.
We do 2 a year, and basically I've been in business 53 years, my wife and I've never had anyone on unemployment. But I said it's a good time to introduce them to unemployment.
Wow.
I know everybody's business is different, and I'm out supporting everybody's small business. It's not about Dave Wilson's Auction. I'm only one.
Right.
But as a senator in the 18th district, you have to look at every small business. I look at restaurants. I look at people, and when they classify you as non-essential, that was the part that I questioned. I said, how do you name any of us non-essential? If we're non-essentials, then maybe the governor ought to consider that when it's tax season.
Or grade us on a curve.
Grade us on a curve.
Right.
If people are not essential, then businesses are non-essential. At what time can you declare a tax break for us?
Right, or make our business license less expensive.
Absolutely. I tagged 3 vehicles this week by myself because I don't have any employees to go do it. Mm-hmm. I tag them so that the registration was running out on 2 trailers and one of our trucks. I tagged them so I don't have to pay a late fee for them to sit in the driveway that I'm paying insurance on, that I have no need for these vehicles until the governor opens it up. And at the rate we're going, I don't see it opened up for another 6 weeks.
Now, how can people communicate to the governor of Delaware respectfully? I mean, like, how would just a regular person say, and look, I understand this virus is serious and people have passed away and we are sorry for that. But people pass away every day for various things.
Absolutely.
But this is the first time that we have said, we're going to go to this extreme. I mean, and so how would a person communicate to the governor? I mean, how do you?
Well, the last communication I had with him was on the 18th of March. You can go to a Facebook page. You can communicate through they have town hall meetings. I was on a town hall meeting with Lieutenant Governor on Thursday. The staff there was very congenial to us. They made a lot of sense to hear them talk. They say, we hear you, but the problem is they're not listening. They hear you, but they don't pay attention. The governor would disagree with my statement, but my argument is that when you go to the hot spots in Sussex County, to the poultry plants, that was the #1 hot spots.
Right.
If you're looking at hot spots, then you've got to test everything. You cannot test partial testing. They tested at Purdue plant in Belford, which is in the 18th district, and did about 250, 300 people and found 80 some. So they quit testing. I want to know what happened with the other 350. They went to Walmart. They went shopping. So that you didn't solve anything.
It wasn't effective.
It wasn't effective. And when he's put it in classification 14 days, 28 days with no outbreaks, we'll never get open.
Right.
At the rate they're going.
Right, because we're trying to hit a moving target.
You're hitting a moving target, So I don't see that it's been effective of what they've done. You're going to continue to see these hot spots in Sussex County. You would have hot spots in Newcastle County if you'd go downtown Wilmington and start going door to door.
Right.
But they targeted poultry plants. The thing that really upset me about it the most was back on the 18th or 17th, Secretary Skuse from the Department of Ag came down and told us that we needed to consider closing the sale down. So I said, I haven't heard it from the governor's office, so I'm not interested in closing down. So I hear it from the governor's office. When the governor called me on the 18th at 5 minutes of 8 and told me the plans that we had to shut down, I said, what about the other industries? Oh, Secretary Skuse says, don't worry about the poultry plants. I mentioned them back in March 18th. Don't worry about them. They're essential. They've got to go. So now the hot spots turns out to be what he told me not to worry about.
Right.
So he wasn't worried about it on the 18th. I don't know why we're so worried about it now if you're not going to go through the poultry plants and do everything. You need to do them all, or it's not going to be effective because you're moving a moving target that you'll never catch.
Right. And so what could we do? Like, in other words, if the governor said, Dave Wilson, Jim Weller, what do you want us to do? What do you think is a safe way to get Sussex County or Delaware back up and running?
Well, if you've got hot spots, you've got to concentrate on them and stop them first. And then I think you'll see it starting to fade. It's the governor's used the term, it's not a light switch. It's going to have to be phased back in.
Okay.
And we're going to have to phase it back in. But as long as you've got a moving target, how do you ever start phasing?
Right. And because you're saying if you only test half the people that work at the chicken plant and you just stop at that point and use those statistics, the other half
is still out with the virus.
Is still out with the virus, right? Yeah. You really haven't accomplished a lot.
Haven't accomplished a lot. And,
wow.
I can honestly say I was a supporter of Governor Carney. I think he was doing a great job. He woke up March 1st and he had a gold spoon. Probably the strongest economy that I can remember.
Yes.
Right here in Sussex County with the agriculture.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Unbelievable. He had a gold spoon. He woke up now and he's found out he's got a plastic fork. Mm-hmm. He'll never put this economy back where it was in his term in office as the remainder of 2020. And if he should be reelected in 2020 for 4 more years, he'll never see the economy where it was when he left it.
Right. I agree. I think that everybody needs to prepare for some different financial times.
Folks that have got these stimulus checks better hold on to them to go to the market to buy food. Because I can tell you, when I was looking at the market report this morning out west with the the beef industry and the pork industry, they're closing them. And the president has said they need to stay open. They're euthanizing hogs. You're going to see this market, the pork market, go through the roof. And
the price of pork.
The price of pork. So when you go to the grocery store 6 months from now, you're going to say, how did this ever happen to us?
Yeah, I agree. I think you're going to see it with beef and chicken and just all commodities.
It's going to affect all your commodities. It's got to. I mean, it's not, I'm not blaming the governor individually, but I think that he's got some staff working for him and maybe giving him some information that it's not 100%. I think you got to remember that agriculture is our number one industry. Mm-hmm. And if we lose agriculture, I want to know what you're going to do with the corn and soybeans.
Right.
Market's not that strong to start with, and as being born and raised in the agriculture community and a farmer myself, I can say that the tough times are here and tough times are going to continue to be here for a long time. We're going to feel this coronavirus for years. And as we knew the state of Delaware and we knew America, I don't think we'll ever see it in our lifetime back where it was. Right. We're going to be wearing masks for a long time.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Well, anything else you want to add or say? Or
no,
it's
just disheartening to see.
Yeah, it's almost depressing.
It's depressing. We work every day to go do our normal routine around the farm and then look for things to do. And with no staff, there's just so much that I do right by myself, you know.
And I would think you would miss your people because they were all your friends.
We do.
They weren't just employees and all your customers. And I mean, you had a very social business.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Whether you're bidding or buying or selling, I mean, you had a very socially active business.
Right. And there's ways that we can run the auction still. If we were allowed to open up, I can work with social distancing.
Yeah.
I've got a platform that I can sell outside. I couldn't do it if it was pouring rain, but
right.
There's things that I can do. Mm-hmm. But when the governor closed everything down,
right? You can't even,
nothing. Then what do? You do
right.
nothing.
You can't even think about anything.
I don't know how he plans to bring this economy back with all the small businesses. Some of them will never open back again.
And some of them have lost hope.
Lost hope. That's it.
You know, their will and their drive to go borrow money and keep taking on for a maybe is disheartening.
Why keep taking chances with something with a light switch so that the governor may shut down at any time? Right.
Okay. Well, Dave, I'm going to thank you for being on. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you for Wilson's Auction supporting my show. Thank you for your friendship. And most importantly, thank you for your service to our community.
Thank you, Jim.
You've been my state rep. Now you're state senator, and you work awful hard for a young man. So I don't know that I want to work as hard as you do.
You do a great job, Jim. And,
but I try.
I just always admire the work that you do and the energy that you put forth. But it's been great being on your show. If there's anything I can do for you, I'm unemployed. I'll be glad to come help you.
Dave Wilson will be selling kayaks and trailers.
There you go.
All right, Dave, thank you. God bless you. Have a good weekend.
Have a good one.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, there he goes, everybody. Dave Wilson, just a good friend of our community, a businessman. You know, he's got employees that he cares about. Nothing ill to say, but we've got to do something. This sitting on our hands and waiting for this to fix itself is just disheartening. So that's kind of where I'm at, and I'm fortunate. Weller's Utility Trailers is allowed to be open, but at the same time, business is not the same, folks. It's not the same. And like Dave said, boy, you give this economy 3 more months, 6 more months, and with the way things are going to go up, I am sure tax increases are going to be through the roof to, pay for all these things that our government has funded. And it's scary times ahead. I got a text message from Louise King, and she is telling me that she has a tree in the Big Trees book, that she has one. Wow. Go Louise. Thank you. Me and Denise will make our way down to see that tree. Okay? We know Louise, so thank you for watching and listening to the show. I did want to tell you about Vanderwin's real quick. Sponsor of the show, good friends of mine. Vanderwin's Farm Creamery, Vanderwin's Ice Cream. They are open on the Route 404 location. I don't know exactly what the hours are, but they have created a drive-in type scenario. But they've got a Mother's Day package they wanted me to tell everybody about. It's 3 pints of ice cream and some chocolates. They're only going to sell 100 of these packages. And if you want one, you need to go look up Vanderwin's Ice Cream on Facebook. And you can learn about it there. There is only 100 of those going to be available. It's kind of like a special edition. So if you want that, and if you need any ice cream, you can go to their Bridgeville location, and whenever they're open, and go to the drive-in, take some home. If you're going to celebrate Mother's Day, there's nothing like having some Vanderwin's ice cream. So they're good people, local people, and they have a lot going on, a lot invested in our community. They've served our community for over 60 years with business and farming and support and so on. So we want to look out for one another. So we want to keep as many local businesses going as we can. So Vanderwin's Ice Cream, check them out, like them on Facebook. On the web, it's Vanderwin's Farm. It's really not Vanderwin's, no S. Vanderwind farmcreamery.com. And like I say, they do have that Mother's Day package, and there is only going to be 100 of those available. And stay tuned for their movie nights. That's kind of cool. The first one sold out like lickety split. That was kind of neat. I think it went online, and within hours it was completely sold out. So thank you everybody for watching the show. We got one more hour coming up. We're live on TV on Channel 14, TV Delmarva. We're live on Facebook. If you ever want to be on the show, whether you're a business, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for some more advertisers, people that say, Jim, will you help me promote what I have going on? And like I've said before, many times, this type of advertising is pretty much hard to find. First of all, you get me, for better or worse. We're on the radio. We're on TV. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. So we're on many places. Then it's captured. So then after you are on the show, you could take that show and share it on your own business's website, your interview and your promotion, or you can also share it on your Facebook page. So there's a lot to offer by being involved with Weller Does Delmarva, and I'd like the opportunity to help you get heard, get seen, get known, talk about your business. You could tell by the way I talk, I have a certain style of promoting people, helping people, and doing things. And I just want to let you know that we are always looking for more people that may want to be on the show. If you got an organization or you're involved in something and you need to get the word out, most of the time, nonprofits, there's no charge for that. Just get scheduled. We're usually a month or two out. So don't do it spur of the moment if you can help it. So I hear the music. We're going to take a break from the radio. We're going to talk to a guy named Colin Walls, one of Mrs. Walls's, one of Danita's favorite sons, okay? So anyway, good morning, Colin. Are you there?
Hey, Jim. Good morning.
I saw you push the button. I knew you were coming.
You saw me push the button?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, so I am here, and here is where? Here is at TV Delmarva. You know what we call this, Jim, where I'm at?
Opulent Studios.
We call this Studio A. Studio A.
All right. You
Here
got
at
an A,
TV
B,
Delmarva.
and a C back there.
Yep, we've got Studio B. Actually, Jonathan's over there, and it doubles as a control room. So, yeah, we've got some interesting things here on TV Delmarva, including your show. I get that all the time. Boy, that show is interesting.
It's like a bad dentist appointment.
They've got to really think hard to say something nice. No, I'm just kidding.
They're digging in their pockets for a compliment.
Let me tell you, Jim, I get comments on your show every week. Every week
really?
I get a comment on your show, whether it's,
Why
where
are
did
you
this guy
hanging
come
out with
from?
that guy?
Or... No, it's really good. So we really enjoy the Weller Does Delmarva show here on TV Delmarva, and we hope all the audience does too. So how can you get TV Delmarva?
Yeah, and how much is it?
How much is it? Absolutely free.
The first hour's free.
We will not pay your electric bill on your television or your phone. We're not going to buy you a new phone to watch it or anything like that.
Are you buying people antennas?
If you have that would. I was thinking. I've already thought about that. Is a great giveaway we could do.
I met a guy today that says you bought him an antenna.
Oh yeah, yeah. He has kind of looks like me 25 years ago.
Right.
Yeah, except just a couple inches shorter.
Just a spitting image of you.
Yeah. So. Even at my mom and stepdad, so a lot of people have antennas that they just haven't used. It's still up there on the tower or on the telephone pole or on the house that they haven't used. Hook it back up.
Hook it up and watch TV Delmarva.
And if you need somebody to take care of that antenna, if the rotor's messed up or something like that, I got the guy that can do it. Or if the wires are messed up, I know a guy that can take care of it. He does a really good job for me. So get in touch with me if you want to advertise on TV Delmarva. So let me give you some numbers here. TV Delmarva signal, just the over-the-air signal, covers 385,000 plus people.
Wow.
That's a lot of people.
That is.
For Sussex County and in this area, that's a lot of people.
Well, that's just Lincoln alone, isn't it?
Yeah. The metropolitan area of Lincoln, Jim.
All right.
But anyway, so if you're looking to reach people on many different platforms in many different ways, because we also have a Roku audience, we also have an Amazon Fire Stick audience, we have a Facebook audience, and a tvdelmarva.com audience as well. So,
well, what is the limit? You know how the fire marshal limits how many people in one building?
Right. No
what is
limits.
The limits in Lincoln?
None whatsoever.
So it's limitless.
Limitless is what we are, yes.
All right. So you could have lots of audience. It's okay.
Yeah, it is. Hey, one thing I've got to say is you're watching TV Delmarva W14DKD Dagsboro.
DKD.
So, W14DKD, Jim.
All right.
W14. You have to say the whole thing.
WDKD.
No, I'll handle this, Jim. We don't want any issues with the FCC.
All right.
I'm going to take care of this. W14DKD Dagsboro.
This is where I sound more intelligent by being quiet.
You'll get me in less trouble, that's for sure.
Okay, all right.
But anyway, so we are licensed to Dagsboro, but if you're pointing your antenna, point it to Seaford, That's where our tower is.
Okay.
Tower.
And where's the tower at?
So the tower is just north of the Walmart there. If you look on the same side of the highway as Walmart, sits off the highway a little bit. It's about a 526-foot tower sitting there. And
I thought it was only 525 feet, point something.
Well, it depends on how hard the wind's blowing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Whether it's straight or if
not.
it's wobbling.
Right.
All right.
So, and then here lately, it has been about 524. Where the wind's blowing. But anyway, so that's where we are. That's where the tower is. And if you're looking to advertise, TV Delmarva is a great value. Jim, we have packages starting under $100 a month. Where can you get television advertising at under $100 a month?
At TV Delmarva.
Yes. If you're a church, you're streaming your services right now.
Yeah.
You could be on TV. You can reach that audience that may not be tech savvy, but they might have an antenna.
Right.
That's the audience that you need to get out there and reach. So get up with us. We have time available on Sundays if you want to broadcast your church services. So a lot of people have already done it, so they're into it already.
Right.
So let's talk.
Let's talk.
Yeah, if you want to get into television advertising for under $100 a month, there's only one place to do it, and it's at TV Delmarva. So get up with me, Colin Walls, Colin with one L at tvdelmarva.com, or give me a call, 302-242-8015. I'll take a text at that number too, 302-242-8015.
And is paid for by Weller's Utility
Thank you very much. All right, we're coming back on the radio. Kate, thank you very much.
Opinions expressed.
She's working very hard at the studio. She gets up early.
Or advertisers.
She brushes her teeth. She gets in the car. She drives to work, and she makes sure everything is working. So, Kate, thank you very much for your help back there. Kate, if you hear me, take a $5 bill, put it in an envelope, and mail it to me so that way I know that you heard me mention your name, Kate. But thank you very much. So Jim Weller here, folks. We are live. You're watching and listening to a show that you are not going to get anywhere else, thankfully. So this is a live, unscripted, unrehearsed show that we do every week called Weller Does Delmarva, and my name is Jim Weller. And we make it up by the minute, or sometimes I like to say it unravels by the minute. So anyway, you're going to have a good time. We got some more guests going to be coming on, and at some point this morning, we're going to give something away. I think I got a deal on some cruises that I'm going to be giving away. I'm not positive, but we'll just see how it goes. But stay tuned, all right? So I want to brag on one more sponsor. This is a friend of mine. His name is Mark Johnson, Atlantic Home Improvements and Handyman Services. He's been supporting the show for quite a while with his advertisements, so thank you, Mark, for that. But if you need some work done around your home or your business, maybe you've got a little wind damage or you need something done, he's building decks now, or if you need some handrails put up, or if you got a screen door that just flung open in the wind and you need that replaced. If you need some help with something, big job, little job, you give Mark a call. He also will text. I'm going to give you his number so you can call him or text him. But he's licensed, he's insured, he's honest, he's fair, he's local, he's a good guy. His name is Mark Johnson. His business is Atlantic Home Improvements and Handyman Services. Estimates are free. He will get back to you. He is very busy. He's kind of a one-man band, but he does a good job for his customers. So are you ready for the phone number? Ready? Wiggle your ears if you're ready. Okay, ready. 302-500-0133. That's 500-0133. You've got to dial it in that order. And if you would text him right now and say, Jim Weller does a good job of bragging on you, I'd appreciate that, okay? Because he doesn't think anybody's listening. He always gives me a hard time. So anyway, I'm just kidding. Mark, good morning. I appreciate your support, all right? Now, the next person we're going to talk to, for better or worse, okay, is a guy that I've grown to know and appreciate. Some days I even like him. His name is Robert Muncy, a good guy, Pastor Robert Muncy, and he's here, and I invited him, and I don't really have a topic or an agenda, so I'm going to just almost let him take it away. Good morning, young man.
Good morning, Jim. It's good to be with you. I had the new surroundings here. Last time we were sitting side by side at Smith's.
Yeah.
So things have definitely changed.
And the food is not as good here.
I've noticed that.
This is a undisclosed, out in the middle of nowhere location.
I could have picked up a sandwich and brought it with me.
Right. But you've been here to this building before for other things, I'll bet you.
Yeah. Actually, I was telling Colin before the show, I my first introduction to this building, Billy Salmons and I were on the roof taking off the old roof system so that the new roof could be put on this building when the inside of this place was just trashed.
Really?
Yep.
Do you happen to remember this question? Up in the attic area is where the air handler units are. Do you know if they put them in after the roof was on or before the roof was on?
I don't know the answer.
Because I don't know how we're going to replace those things. Because all there is those pull down steps.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, and there's 2 of them up there. And I'm thinking, how did they get them things up there?
Wow, I don't know.
All right, well, can you search your memory and see?
Well, I will do that. I'm not optimistic about what might show up.
As we lose hair, we lose memory.
Yeah, my memory might be as hard to get to as that attic is. So.
But anyway, this building has a good history, doesn't it?
It does. It does. A lot of good things.
It's blessed our community well.
It has. It has. Yep. It's just, and it's good to see it still going on.
Yeah, I mean, this is my room where I just hoard things. You know, in other words. So, anyway,
At least they gave you a big room.
Yeah, but we really like being here. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
It's a nice location.
Church. Let's talk about the House of Praise.
Yeah.
Okay, I see some remodeling going on.
Yeah. We're probably this coming week we will actually have that project finished.
Was it a new awning or roof or how would I call that?
It had that building had a metal roof to begin with.
Okay.
Which had been on since Sam Yoder built that building.
Wow.
Back in I guess in the 70s when that first.
You were just a little kid.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and we got all the mileage out of that roof you could get.
You pretty sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Are you replacing the whole roof?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a crew come in, contractor Jake Skills, who's just done incredible work.
Okay.
And they came in, took the metal roof off, put new sheathing down, put a new shingled roof on.
Okay. Be a little quieter.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've just done a great job putting new soffit and fascia all the way around.
Okay.
And when you went in the building, the concrete pad that, under the canopy to go in the front door, it had cracked over the years. So one of the guys in the church who's a mason, he came in and jackhammered all that out and poured new concrete, and he's also the one that's doing the new stonework on the front.
Really?
And then we're putting vinyl siding on the front.
Okay.
And we want to get vinyl siding around the whole building, but that's phase 2.
Phase 2.
Phase 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But
it's a big building.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that we've been a year raising the money to do it. And it was, it's an expensive project for a church our size. And but we were all ready. I had just signed the contract, right when all this virus stuff hit.
Really?
And I sent a message out to our church leadership, and I said, "So what are you all thinking? Should we wait and see what's going to happen? And because we might need this money for something else, or should we go for it?" And by the time we talked through it, everybody was like, no, we should go for it. We need to put the money in the economy. We need to do our part to keep people working.
Right.
And the upside is, I think you did some work over to your store. If nobody's coming and going, it's a good time to do it.
It is a good time. And it was a good feeling, to be able to support a local business when they're wondering, is he going to cancel? Is he going to back out now or keep going, in other words. And I think that was the right thing to do.
Well, and in our case, just this little project, because but there's 5 different businesses
been affected by
that have been affected by us saying yes.
Well, thank you for doing it
to keep them going.
Yeah,
yeah, it's like, we're all in this thing together. We got to.
And it's a trickle down. I mean, because I bet some of them people have trailers, and it's just on, and they might buy food and gas and tires, and that's what I think a lot of people do need. It is a trickle down effect. I mean, we all of our actions and reactions affect a lot more than just one of us, in other words.
Yep.
So that was our first 5. I'm going to go 5 more.
Okay.
All right. So church, let's talk about church.
Yeah.
All right. How you doing, church?
Well, we do a Sunday morning Facebook Live.
Okay.
From 10 to 11-ish.
And after that's over, they can watch it again if they want.
Yeah. Once it's done, it's up. You can go to our Facebook page and watch all the past shows.
And you don't mind if people share it?
Oh, no, we love it. We love it. And one of the things that we did, everybody's kind of figuring out this whole thing, what's best. I was pretty sure that what people did not want to see is me on a Sunday morning just looking at my face while I talk for 40 minutes.
It could be scary.
Yeah. on a lot of different levels. So we decided from the very beginning, instead of just having a sermon, we take a topic. Like this week, the topic is shame.
Okay.
Because I've run into people, business people, who all of a sudden, for the first time, can't pay bills like they did.
Yes.
But now they got to look you in the face and tell you,
I can't pay you.
I just had that experience this week with somebody that I deal business with saying, I can't pay you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shame starts to rise up.
Right.
And it's bad enough that we got to cover our face.
Right.
But now we start covering our eyes as well.
Yeah.
And so we're going to talk about shame.
What time is that tomorrow?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
And I have another gentleman that'll be on with me, Dr. Fount Schultz. Fount has been with us for years. He's a brilliant Bible teacher. And we're just going to be talking about the effects of shame and the fact that if Jesus bore our shame, that's a pretty good indicator we are not supposed to be dealing with shame. We should be free.
Right.
So that'll be our topic. Last week we talked about trauma. The guest I had on a couple years ago in the California fires, they were away on vacation, came home, couldn't get to their house, and it was totally burnt. They lost everything in the Redding fire. Really? So we talked about that. And so each week I try to take something that I think is relevant to where we are right now.
And timely.
And timely, yeah. And just talk it through, not to preach to people, but just say, it's okay to have these emotions. We're all having them.
And it doesn't matter who you are, what you do, how much you have.
Yeah.
It when it comes to emotions, they're all pretty much the same.
They're all the same. And so how do we deal with that and stay healthy? Mm-hmm. And sometimes in the church, we're quick to quote a scripture and we hide behind it.
Yep.
But inside, we're not doing well.
Right.
And so I want to help people, and hopefully through what we do, people will come away going, okay, I
needed that.
Yeah, I needed that.
And I needed it today.
Yeah. So that's what we do each week. We try to bring something, kind of like what you do here. I just pull people in from other ministries, and the one upside is our guest last week was in California when we did it. Fount will be in South Carolina tomorrow.
Okay.
So people we used to, bring them in.
Right.
Now I just
bring them in.
Jump on our Zoom and let's talk for 20 minutes or so.
Wow. And when they're on with you, are you both on at the same time? Or does it switch?
Well, it's Zoom, so it goes back and forth. So there's only one of us they can see at a time.
Wow. Isn't Zoom amazing?
Oh, my goodness. I, with Foundation Builders, the ministry that myself and another guy have, I talk every other week with our board in Kenya, talking to them about how they're doing.
Wow.
It's just incredible the technology we have.
It is.
And what you can do with it.
Right. And then some people don't talk to their neighbors.
Yeah.
But yet we could talk to people all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good.
So we've set up, we're doing all of our regular weekly things, like the Chat, Chew, and Connect that we always do at our house. It's kind of like here. We can still do it, just no food.
Right.
You gotta bring your own. But we're keeping some semblance of community together, but we're all admitting, for me in particular, in all my years of pastoring a church, anytime you ask me, I could tell you I had a pretty good feel for where the church community was.
Right.
This is the first time in my entire pastoring career I can't answer that question.
Right.
I really don't know where everybody is because I don't get to see them.
Right.
The way I
and you can't hug anybody.
Yeah.
Handshake.
Yeah.
Pretty much, it's a weird time.
It is.
Weird time.
When we're all together, even if I just see you across the room, I can generally look and see your countenance and go, oh, Jim looked like he was doing well today, or I don't know, Jim seemed a little
frazzled.
Yeah. All my meters are gone.
Right.
And
it is a different time. In other words, and I find for myself, I've realized I really feed off of people.
Yeah.
And I miss that.
Yeah.
I miss that. And Denise can only take so much of me. In other words, and then my employees can only take so much of me, you know. But
by nature, I'm an introvert, and so in the first couple of days was like a holiday for me.
Right.
The holiday has ended.
Right.
And I need people.
Right.
I need.
You're talking to them horses way too much.
Way too much. And now that they're starting to talk back, that's scary.
And soon you're going to start understanding them. They're going to start making sense at some point.
Yep.
Oh,
yep.
my.
Yep.
All right. Well, other than that, anything else you want to say?
Well, just, for all of us, we're praying for everybody, and I still believe prayer in this season we're in is one of the best things that we have.
Yep.
We can pray anytime for anybody, and the good news is that the Lord hears, and he is in the midst of all that we're struggling with right now.
Right.
He hasn't left. He's not wearing a mask,
mm-hmm.
and he doesn't practice social distancing.
And he knows what the future holds.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
So.
And I'm still of the persuasion the future is going to be good.
Yep.
I'm not sure how we're going to navigate there.
Yep.
But we're going to look back and go,
right.
Okay, that was a difficult time, but we did it. We came
and I do feel as a society we've got to be open-minded to embrace the future.
Yeah.
Not reminisce on how, like myself, I find myself comparing this year to last year financially.
Yeah.
Okay. I just need to quit doing that.
Yeah.
It's just self-inflicted pain. You know what I mean? In other words, this year's nothing like, okay, it ain't. It isn't. So just move on. Dust your feet. And
we've been, challenging, encouraging the people in the church. Have like you're saying, embrace what the future and have your mind open to what are the possibilities that are there that I didn't see before because I was comfortable with what was working.
Right. And that's a good thing sometimes to get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
That's when people invent things, and that's when people start something new and then say, wow, I didn't realize that, so.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm going to leave you if that's okay.
I appreciate being with you. It's been great.
Okay. All right. Great. Thanks a lot. All right. Take care. Bless you. Bye-bye. All right, everybody. That is Pastor Robert Muncy, the House of Praise for All People, right on Route 36 outside of Milford. Been in business, not in business, had a church for a long time. And check them out tomorrow morning on the Facebook, all right? Now, I do want to mention another good sponsor of my show. And all my sponsors are great sponsors, and I don't love one more than the other, okay? But I want to say this. If you want to deal with Jerry Santoro, he's a great guy to deal with. So he's a sponsor. This is a sponsor segment. And I needed some mulch. First of all, Denise wanted some mulch. So she said, would you please tell Jerry I want some mulch? And I just forgot, and then I forgot again. And then I finally did it. And daggone, I told him on one day I need 10 yards of mulch delivered. And he said, put something in the driveway where I know where to dump it. And the next day it was there. Well, then the other day I said my daughter Jenny needed about 5 yards of mulch. And the same day he delivered, and I don't know if everything happens on the same day or not, but if you need mulch, it's $15 a yard, free delivery. I don't know the exact amount that it requires to have free delivery, but both of mine were delivered free. So anyway, I just want to let you know if you need some mulch, whether it's a little bit or a whole lot, Jerry's Lawn Care has mulch. They do lawn care if you need any lawn care work. They install irrigation systems. They clear lots if you got some trees. And if you got some trees that are leaning or you just know they're going to blow over and tear something up and you want that tree down, Jerry has a bucket truck. He has all kinds of equipment, and he can take care of any tree problems that you have also. So his name is Jerry Santoro. It's Jerry's Lawn Care. Estimates are free, knowledgeable, friendly, fully licensed and insured, and a real good guy. So his phone number, are you ready? It's 302-363-6025. That's 363-6025. That's JLC-LLC.com. And that's an example of a commercial. So, folks, if you would like to advertise on my show, that is exactly what a commercial would be like. I would talk about you like that, and I would do my best to get you some business. Now, don't forget, right after 8:35-ish, we're going to be chatting with Amy Brown. Amy Brown used to be on the show quite a bit, and life got busy, and she's just going to make a special appearance today. So we're very, very excited to see her. She's with Team Dryzone. She's going to tell you some of the things they got going on. It's a good time for some of the Dryzone services, because if your business is slowed down a little bit and you've got some time to get things done, I got my floor done, that Spartec floor coating. I bet we get 10 comments a day on the floor. It is that noticeable and that good looking. So stay tuned to hear what she has to say. Now listen to me. Mid-South Audio, Kevin Short, good friend of the show, another sponsor segment here. He supplies us with different things. If we need microphones or, in-ear monitors or just all kinds of electronic stuff, Kevin Short, Mid-South Audio can help you, whether you just need something for yourself or if you got a band or you got a business and all of a sudden you've been doing some online stuff and you need a real good camera or you need some input. Mid-South Audio can help you with that. Maybe your church has started streaming services and you kind of want to make it look a little more professional than just this or that. There's a lot that he has to offer. So whether you need any of his services, whether you want to rent things, buy things, or hire him to help you figure something out, Mid-South Audio, locally owned and operated. Please support him. He is a good guy, and he could use and appreciate your support. So it's Mid-South Audio, 856-6993, 856-6993, midsouthaudeo.com. Now, what is next? What is next? What is next? I want to tell you that Weller's is opened. It opened at 8 o'clock. We're going to be here today at Weller's in Bridgeville till 2. Saturdays have been insanely busy. We are a little shorthanded. We do have a help wanted. We actually have 2 help wanted positions. Okay? I'm going to tell you about one real quick. We're looking for somebody to work in the showroom. I'm going to call it a showroom anchor. We're looking for somebody that can, very exuberant, very outward, very good with a computer. We're looking for somebody that can wait on somebody and talk about all the things in the showroom, greet customers, answer the phone, take messages. But if somebody wants to buy a light lens off the shelf, you can help ring them up. We're not looking for you to go outside and do anything else. We're looking for somebody to stay in the showroom and help out. Maybe do a little cleaning, dusting, sweep the floor, empty the trash cans, but keep the showroom in good shape. Keep customers that come in waited on quickly, because see, once somebody comes in to talk about a shed or a carport or a swing set or a trailer, boom, that salesman's tied up for an hour. Okay? People get out there and they say they're only going to be 10 or 15 minutes. An hour, hour and a half later, they're still got questions, because we have the largest selection of trailers you're going to find pretty much anywhere, at least in the Northeast United States. We are very loaded with sheds, and we have a lot of swing set displays, and those things take time, and we want to answer your questions. You're going to find the level of service that we try to provide to our customers is like no other place. So we need somebody to anchor the showroom. So the showroom is always occupied with somebody that can greet a customer, answer the phone, and help out. So if that's you, if you're real outward and bubbly, you don't have to have a lot of sales experience, but you got to be able to operate a computer and ring people up and maybe help us with some social network posts, or at least reply to them or check them out and see what the questions are. We just need somebody to help us in many different ways in that showroom. This would be a Tuesday through Saturday job. You're off on Sundays and Mondays, year-round, permanent, full-time position. We're looking for somebody there. Then we're looking for another person to help install things. Our shop, as far as repairing, packing wheel bearings, putting hitches on, things like that, has been very busy. Our shop is very busy because people are not using their trailer as much as they used to, and they want to get it in great shape. So if you are mechanically inclined, also we would need you to hook up a customer when they bought a trailer, keep our lot straight, parking trailers, cutting grass, weed whacking, helping out in many different ways. We're looking for another person in that category too. So any interest, get up with me and let me know. I would love to talk to you. And more importantly, I would love to hire you and get on with things. So anyway, it's Wellers.com on the web. Wellers Utility Trailers in Bridgeville. Been around now, I think, 46 years, we'll call it. Was 16 when I started, so I don't want to be any older than what I was. So 46 years of being in business. I started when I was just a youngin', just a teenager, and I appreciate all my customers. My gosh, somebody said to me the other day, how many people you think you sell something to in a year? gosh, you figure we probably wait on 20, 30,000 people a year. Okay? It's not unthinkable to have 50 people through the door in a day. There's a lot of people. We sell 1,000 trailers. We sell hundreds of sheds and carports. We do sell a lot of kayaks lately. We are getting out of the kayak business, and there were some that should have been $900, and since we're liquidating them, we didn't have to use the MAP pricing, which means minimum advertised price. So we're $300 and $400 below some of the big box stores on some of our kayaks. But we do have just a basic kayak with a paddle for only $137. So if you are bored out of your mind and you want to get away from the kids or your spouse, get a kayak and go kayaking, okay? I hear the music. We're taking a break from the radio. We're going to talk to you live on TV Delmarva. I think we're going to chat with Colin Walls II. This will be his first time being on TV, I think. So anyway, stay tuned, and we'll be right back on the radio. So we're not going to stop talking. Colin, don't go nowhere. Oh, we were getting ready to have him on. He's not even listening to me. But anyway, so I just wanted to let you know that we're going to talk with Colin Walls about TV Delmarva. It's a big thing. It's on a big antenna, and it's kind of cool. I get phone calls all through the week. What happens is my show gets replayed on TV. So I get this phone call, and somebody says, yeah, I'm calling about the hot sauce. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then it dawns on me. My TV show must be running again, in other words, and it's kind of cool. So our TV audience has been very responsive. And if you're an advertiser, that's what you want. You want a customer with a pulse. You want them to be able to fog a mirror. You want them to have a good credit card limit so they could spend money with you. So if you want to advertise on TV Delmarva, I'm telling you, I get phone calls all through the week of people that are watching my show again. So Colin, thank you for playing.
You just described the perfect customers, but we'll take imperfect customers too. So,
really?
Hey, huge announcement, Jim, right now. I know you're excited to be a part of this, and I'm glad you're a part of it. So we're announcing a new show right now.
Really?
Are you ready for this?
Okay, here we go.
All right, so every Saturday,
all right,
10 to 11, we're going to have a brand new show. It's called Studio J.
Studio J.
Studio J. So I'm going to bring in the host of that show, Jessica Martinez.
Okay.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi, everyone. How are you? Good morning.
We are doing great here, and we're super excited about this show you're going to have. So I was trying to think, before I called you, how would I describe this show? So is it a lifestyle show, entertainment, hot topics? What is it?
I think it's going to be a little bit of everything. I'd love to stick a little bit locally just so everyone can relate and kind of call in and give their input on the different topics that we'll be talking about, but also hot topics, entertainment, sports, just a little bit of everything.
I think it's going to be great, and you've set up a studio especially for this. Now, viewers and listeners might probably recognize you from Power 101.7. You do mornings there with Bill Baker, and but you're kind of branching out here a little bit. You're going to get into TV, and I think it's going to be great for the community because they're going to be able to call in and actually give their opinion on these topics live right with you.
Yes, and that's what we're looking for. So previously when I did TV before, we did something similar, but this is going to be, just a little bit different. They'll actually call in, interact. I can read their comments, and we're going to have a really good time with this.
And you're going to launch a Facebook page for this, so it's going to be available not only on TV Delmarva, it's going to be available on the TV Delmarva Facebook page, but also on the Studio J Facebook page. Is that right?
Yes. Yep.
Nice.
So everything is coming together very nicely. We're really, really excited. And you say you're excited. I don't know who's more excited.
Well, we're happy to have you on TV Delmarva here, Jessica. So, I mean, we know your talent level. We've worked with you before, so we're really excited for it. So thank you very much. And just look for news this week from Jessica. If you haven't friended her on Facebook, friend Jessica Martinez, and look for that Studio J Facebook page.
Yes, I'm going to be making the announcement today. And again, I thank you for the opportunity, and I can't wait to get started.
Thanks, Jessica.
Okay. All right, very good. That's good news, Colin. So stay tuned. When does that start? Next Saturday?
Saturday, 10 a.m., 10 to 11.
All right. A.M. in the morning. After midnight is how I describe A.M. All right. So anyway, we are here. You're watching a show called Weller Does Delmarva. and we're going to be in the final half hour. Amy Brown has arrived. We're going to talk to her in just a minute once we go back on the radio live. But if you are watching on Facebook, we need you to do us a favor. If you would, please, hit the share button. Or I don't even know if there is such a thing anymore when you're doing a live. Or start a watch party. Darlene, I saw you started one, so thank you very much for that. And for the people watching on TV, I need to know you're there. So what I'd like you to do is just take a nice, crisp $5 bill, put it in an envelope, put my name on the front, mail it to Jim Weller. You can simply put Jim Weller, Lincoln, Delaware, and it'll get where it needs to get. All right? But anyway, I'd like to know. So give me your name and where you're from, and I will put that $5 bill in my wallet and spend it wisely, but at least that way I can track you, okay? So anyway, I think after 8:35, 8:40, 8:45, when we're done with Amy, we are going to take some phone calls. And we are going to give away some tree limbs, okay? We've got some tree limbs piled up outside here that we want to get rid of. And we are going to just leave them lay right there, and we are going to let people pick them up. You can have them. You can have like as little as you want, or you can have as many as you want, okay? So we are looking to rehome some broken and fallen tree limbs out here at the Weller Complex Catch It Live studio. And that's going to be for everybody. I don't care if you, no matter how you voted, doesn't matter if you're tall or heavy or thin or light or bald or got a full head of hair, doesn't matter to me. If you want some free tree limbs, we're going to be giving away tree limbs and for everybody, okay? Now, they will be on a first-come, first-served basis. So, I have no idea what the response to that free tree limb offer is going to be, but you just never know. And if that doesn't get the job done, we're going to give away some Vanderwyn gift cards, too. In fact, it'll be 2. Okay? So anyway, we'll be giving those away in a little while also. So we want you to stay tuned. We want you to start a watch party. We want you to tell your friends about us. Even if you've got people you don't care for, you can tell them about Weller Does Delmarva, okay? So we have a lot of fun doing this show. Sometimes we make money. Sometimes we lose money. But no matter what, we have a good time doing this show. Always looking for more advertisers. If you ever want to be on, we would love the opportunity to talk to you about that. I hear the music. I think I hear the music. So, Kate, thank you very much for your help back there at the studio. And we are going to proceed on with the final half hour of Weller Does Delmarva. So for my radio audience, when I talk about look at this and look at that, when I talk about how Amy's sporting a new hairdo, I never knew that she could do that with her hair and things like that. I'm just saying, don't stare at your radio. Keep your hands 10 and 2 if you're driving in your car. But thank you very much to the radio audience, the TV audience, the Facebook audience. We appreciate each and every one of you. Now, I think I'm ready. I'm going to introduce her now. She has not been on this show for a while. She's always a wealth of information. Her husband continually tells me how smart and intelligent she is. Oh, no, it's Amy that says that. I'm sorry. But anyway, Amy Brown, Team Dryzone, welcome. How you doing?
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Good.
So, I'm having a good time. This quarantine thing or whatever, I don't even know how to describe it, but our world is different.
It is. I
world.
really appreciate the efforts that you are taking to keep the studio safe and be able to have folks in and still keep some normalcy in this unnormal time. So I really appreciate that. I know it's hard. We are all kind of having to rethink things on our feet a little bit. And
little bit. Yeah. And our feet are getting sore.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they are. I'm a runner. They're always sore. So yeah.
but Dryzone is open
right.
and really leaning towards businesses that say, I've always wanted to get this done.
We are. And we have had to, of course, change things up. We do offer low contact and no contact appointments for service on your home or an inspection. We offer that as options. There's a lot of things that we can do. I know that you've mentioned earlier that Zoom is great, and we've been fully believing in that. And our crews have taken some extra measures to keep each other safe and to keep our homeowners safe.
Right.
But what we have found is exactly what you're saying, is that some folks are spending more time at home. They're seeing more things that need to be done. And, of course, businesses are seizing this opportunity. We appreciate being able to help you out with that.
That was good.
I love the floor.
Yeah.
The break room's my favorite part, and most folks will never see that.
Right. But if you do, look at those LED lights.
Yes.
Yeah. It makes the food taste better.
Right. Yeah.
Because it lights it up better.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
And it's a great place for filming too. Those LED lights are great for filming. But the thing that we have encountered is we need people.
Oh,
and
more people.
More people.
You guys keep growing.
We do. We are not ignoring the needs of our homeowners. No amount of governor's declaration is going to keep spring rains away and keep the impact of that to your home away. So we're here and we're helping our homeowners, and we need some help. We are particularly in need of a service technician.
Okay.
And please know we train with all of the positions I'm about to mention. So
you do a lot of training.
It's our mission is to build and empower experts. We've got a new Facebook series, Homeowner Huddle, because we want homeowners to be experts as well.
Okay.
But we take very seriously training. And so if you are handy with your hands, would like a more autonomous job where you can have immediate impact in people's lives, service technician would be a great job for you. We, of course, offer benefits, great pay, and
52 weeks a year.
Yes, 52 weeks a year.
Weather related.
Yes, we provide the tools, we provide the training, we provide the vehicle, and truthfully, you couldn't work for a better two people than Bill and Heather. I mean, through all this, and you're a small business owner, you know what it was like. You know, waking up every day to kind of a new reality from the day before or the hour before or the minute before. And they did everything they could to keep us going, to keep
Team Dryzone going.
To keep their family, that's who we are, we're their family, to keep us not just employed and not just going, but going well.
Right.
And that's been hard. You know, they've done nice little things like breakfast to go because we can't have our group breakfasts anymore. Little treats on the cars for the production guys when they get back at night. So we know that even though we aren't with them as much as we could be, we are still thinking about them daily. And so that's kind of the environment that Dryzone has. So service tech right away, we'd love to get you in. Another thing that we are looking for big time are inspectors. Those are our sales guys. Our design system specialist is the big fancy name for them. But they're the folks that go into people's homes and diagnose the problems and create solutions.
Right.
And of course we again offer a lot of training. You aren't just expected to know crawl spaces. We'll teach you everything from floor joist to ground. So we got you covered. And
again, these are permanent.
These are permanent
year-round,
positions.
Good quality positions.
And I cannot stress enough in both of these positions, there is a sky is the limit earning potential.
Yes. Yep.
There really is.
And Dryzone just keeps growing. In other words, every time we chat or talk, there's always another need for another teammate. In other words,
always.
And it's the growth.
Yeah.
I mean, I've watched it. In other words, and I don't know how many employees you got, but you got to be getting near the 50 mark at some point here.
We're getting up there, and we can use more. We're looking for some part-time office help too. So if you are not field inclined, always looking for installers.
Okay.
And again, we've got this amazing incentive program for our leads on our teams, and there's a lot of opportunity for growth.
All right. How do you want people to apply?
The best way to do it is to go to our website, and there's a job opportunities.
Okay,
Dryzone.com. So look for that. And if not, give us a call, 302-684-5034. The phones are manned all the time. Sometimes
maybe now's not a good time to just pop in.
Don't just pop in.
Right, but call.
But you could definitely call careers Dryzone.com is the best email to reach us.
Okay.
And absolutely, always give us a call, and we can arrange something. We're doing interviews on the phone. We're doing Zoom interviews. We're doing lots of different things.
Okay. So, if you're sitting around and you're unemployed, or you are employed and you don't know if you want to make a career change or what the future holds,
Right.
Dryzone is very innovative. They're forward thinking. They're always growing. And they're looking to expand their team, is what you're basically saying.
Exactly. And this is a time where people are kind of looking at their lives and reevaluating it.
Yeah,
and
what's the
it's
new
a great
normal?
make that change moment.
Right. But what I like about Dryzone is they're always thinking.
Yes.
Bill and Heather are just on their game.
Yes.
They're in a network of people all across the country, so they're not just in tune with the local community.
Exactly.
They're in tune with the reality and trends and what's going on.
Exactly.
Such as the Spartec floor coating. In other words,
Absolutely. So that number to reach us for a job or that inspection, remember our estimates are free.
Okay. No high pressure.
No.
Nice, friendly.
Yes.
I use the word salespeople, but what did you call them again?
System design specialist.
System design specialist.
Name.
Okay.
But absolutely, it's 302-684-5034. Dryzone.com.
Okay.
It can't get any easier than that.
All right. Well, thanks a lot.
All right.
Anything else you
Thanks
want to
for
say?
having-
We good?
Just appreciate all that you're doing here in the show. Appreciate it a lot.
All right. Well, thank you, Amy.
Thank
All
you.
right. I'll see you. Have a good weekend. All right, everybody. So that is Amy Brown, Dryzone.com. And you've heard me say it before. I personally have dealt with them on a handful of projects and been more than happy, more than pleased. Their attention to detail, the fact that they care, they support many things in our community, and they're good people. So let's have some fun. We got a little bit of time left. It's 8:44. I want to take phone calls, okay? So the first thing I want to do is I want to give away some Vanderwins gift cards, all right? And the way I'm going to do it, there's going to be a $10 processing and handling fee, but the cards are going to be absolutely free, okay? I'm kidding, folks. They're free. We're going to give you 2 cards to Vanderwins, okay? Now, what you've got to do, and I want to rotate this around. So the first caller I want them to be a radio listener. So is there somebody listening on the radio right now that would pick up the phone and call me, 422-7336, to get 2 gift cards to Vanderwins? You got to pick them up at Weller's in the next week or two, but we're giving them away. So I'm looking for a radio listener, 422-7336. In fact, that just makes it too complicated. If you're watching or listening, I'll ask you when you get through what you're doing and how you're doing it. So 422-7336, if there's anybody left that wants 2 gift cards to Vanderwins, we've gave away hundreds of these things. So there may not be anybody out there that even wants free ice cream, okay? But if you do, it's 422-7336. I hope the phones are working. All right. That was almost a growl. They are, okay? All right, we do have a caller. They were working. Caller, are you there?
Yes, I'm still here waiting for them tickets.
For what tickets?
For that ice cream ticket.
Is this Harry?
That's what's left of him, yes, sir.
How you doing?
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Right.
Just happy to be here, I can tell you that.
All right. Now, you're not working now, are you?
Oh, no. Just
Wow.
taking it easy.
Now, you got to be honest, Harry. Have you ever seen anything like this?
Never in my lifetime, I can tell you that, Jim. Never.
You know,
And, it's good. It sounds. They said it was bad in 1918, and this must be the 100-year stretch onto it. So, but it's. I've never seen anything up to this in my life. So.
Wow. Now, are you an ice cream eater?
Every day, if I can get it.
Really?
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm going to set 2 cards aside at Weller's, okay?
Yes, sir.
And we're not open on Sunday and Monday, but Tuesday through Saturday, okay?
Okay. I appreciate that, sir, and have a good day and enjoy.
All right. Thank you, Harry. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Anybody else out there? It's 422-7336. If you get a phone call, you can just turn it right on for me if you want. So anyway, 422-7336. If you're watching, I forgot to ask Harry how he's hearing the show. But anyway, whether you're watching, listening, or whatever, it's 422-7336. You don't have to text me, Colin. Just send her through if you want. Okay. Hello, caller. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm right here. How are you?
Good, and who am I talking to?
Lou from Bridgeville. We used to see you at Jimmy's Grill when Dan Gaffney was there all the time, and we used to see Colin and the Wheatleys and Brian Pettijohn, all those guys. That's what we miss, seeing you guys.
Man, wasn't that a good time?
That was a good time. You were going around and visiting every table and socializing with everybody.
You would have thought I owned the place, huh?
Yeah, I thought that was the good old days. I guess we'll never see the normal that we're used to.
No. Now, are you an ice cream eater?
Oh, yeah. We go by Vanderman's quite a bit. I live in Bridgeville.
Okay. Well, I'm going to set 2 cards aside for Lou. Is that okay?
That's fine.
And how are you seeing or hearing the show?
By radio.
By radio. Okay. Yeah. Well, Lou, you stay safe, and thank you for your friendship.
Okie dokie. Do you see much of Dan Gaffney?
I talk to him every morning. I do a call in, but I don't see him much.
Oh, okie dokie. I just wondered. We try to listen to him every morning.
We're all just laying low. It's crazy.
It is. This is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Okie dokie.
All right. See you, Lou. Bye-bye.
So
Bye.
I'll see you, Tuesday or Wednesday?
Yeah, Tuesday or Wednesday would be good. Yep.
Okie dokie. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Yep. So anyway, that was Lou, and we got another caller, I believe, so just send him on through. Colin's saying, we got no caller. What are you talking about? All right, never mind. I can see you guys, just in case you didn't know. All right, it's 422-7336. 422-7336. If you want some ice cream, give us a call, and we'll give you a couple gift cards to Vanderwins. Everybody seems to love Vanderwins. So anyway, if you got one, just send them through. No problem. Caller, are you there?
I'm here. Jim, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. And who am I talking to?
Roosevelt.
Roosevelt, how are you doing?
Good, about you?
Good. Now, how are you seeing the show? Are you on the radio or TV or what?
I'm in my truck. I'm on the radio.
Radio. And how has this new world affected you?
Until now, it did not affect me. I still work because I work in Baltimore on an essential job. But everybody's got to be careful.
Yes, they do. And are you an ice cream eater?
Yeah, whenever I can, but I have a little grandson that he loves it.
Okay, and have you ever been to Vanderwins?
Not really.
Okay.
I think my wife did.
Okay, well, you'll like it, or your grandson will like it for sure.
I'll tell my wife we go up there.
All right, well, what is her name? I'll put her name down.
Cindy.
Cindy, Cindy, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll put down Cindy instead of Roosevelt, okay?
Okay, that's good. Maybe I'll send her to get the tickets because I'm in Baltimore. I won't be able to get on time to go to your place.
All right. Well, Tuesday through Saturday, okay?
Okay, Jim, thank you very much. Have a nice weekend.
Thanks for calling in. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. That was Roosevelt. Bye-bye. So we got some callers out there. So anyway, it's 422-7336. If you want a couple gift cards to Vanderwins, it's this simple. But don't forget, Weller's Utility Trailers is open, and we have a phone call. Caller, are you there?
Yes.
And who am I talking to?
The Horsemans.
The Horsemans.
Yes, sir.
And how are the Horsemans?
We're doing pretty good. We're sticking it out.
And do you guys, how are you seeing the show? Are you watching or listening?
Both. Listening. Right now listening, but my husband has the TV open.
Oh, okay. All right. So I've wrote down the Horsemans for 2 gift cards to Vanderwins. Now, the question is, do you guys both like the same ice cream?
Oh, God, no. Well, we're all different.
How many of you is there?
5.
Oh, well, I'm going to give you 5 of them. Is that okay?
Oh, that's awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. And where are you calling from? What town?
Seaford.
Seaford. And how are you seeing the show? I forgot to ask that.
Right now on the radio, but most of the time it's on TV, too.
All right. Now, how do we look on the radio?
Oh, well, I guess we can't really see you on the radio.
Okay, I have a face for radio. So
what was that?
I have a face for radio.
Right. Yeah.
All right. And have you listened or watched before?
Yes, all the time.
All right. And who are them kids in the background?
Julia Horseman, Lance Horseman, and Austin Horseman.
Now, do they enjoy not having to go to school?
Oh, what do you guys think? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I'm a little upset because it's my last year in middle school, but whatever.
Oh, yeah. Big moment missed, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They finally got in their drama, too, and they were getting the head leads, and now they didn't get to do their Lion King play, but it's okay.
Wow, okay. Well, we're going to at least enjoy some ice cream. How's that?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. So I'll set 5 aside for the Horsemans, okay?
Thank you.
Yep. Thanks for calling. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. So, folks, we're just having a good time here, and if you want some ice cream, you let me know. Just give a call. It's 422-7336. We have a caller. I can see you guys back there. It's like stereo. Caller, are you there? Caller, are you there? Did they hang up on me? Oh, I'm crushed. Don't hang up on us. 422-7336. We are slow on the uptake, okay? We're getting her done. But, we got another one. Are you there, caller?
I'm here.
And who am I talking to?
This is Tiffany.
And is this Tiffany?
Yes, I talked to you last Saturday.
Did you really?
I did. I won the hot sauce.
Really?
I did.
And now you're up for ice cream?
Yes.
All right. Have you got the hot sauce yet?
No, I figured since I'm going to come there, I'll come with my fiance and, we'll just get ice cream and hot sauce. That'd be awesome.
And I'd like you to put the hot sauce on the ice cream.
Oh, okay. We'll do that. We'll put the hot sauce on the ice cream.
And tell us how it goes. Now, how are you watching or listening?
I'm on Facebook.
Facebook, all right. And is this your first week on Facebook, or have you ever been on Facebook before?
Nope, I was on Facebook last week, too.
2 weeks in a row.
That's right. I really like watching your show.
All right. And what's your fiancé think of it?
He likes it, too. He's real into politics and everything.
Oh, politics. Is he a politician?
No.
Is he a Trump supporter?
He is.
Okay. Well, don't say that too loud. You never know.
I know. We're in a Democratic state.
Yes, we are. All right. Well, Tiffany, thanks for your support, and they'll be waiting for you starting Tuesday, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. I'm almost out of time, I guess, if anybody else wants to call. And I do need to tell you, when you call, if I'm on the phone, I can't take 2 calls at one time because that would be like the show being in stereo. I just can't do that. But anyway, I got another call. Caller, are you there?
I am.
And who am I talking to?
Paul from Lighthouse Catering.
Paul? Is this Paul Buchness?
It is.
How in the world's Paul doing?
We're trying to do the best we can, Jim.
All right. Yeah.
I'm shut down.
Yeah, I was thinking because whatever you do, you can't do.
No.
Oh, my gosh. Now, are you still What was that?
I did go to the protest yesterday.
And what'd you think of it?
I was impressed. I was happy that everybody was well behaved, respectful. I talked to a few of the police officers that were on duty for it. They were in a similar feeling as the folks that were there, the ones I talked to anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was spirited, but not hateful in any way.
Right.
Just trying to make a point that, there's a lot of small businesses in Delaware that aren't working that need to work.
Absolutely. Absolutely not.
I guess the main message from the whole thing is every business is essential.
Yeah, and every person is too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is like a real...
I mean, you have to be respectful. I had a little sign that said, I respect the virus, the governor not so much.
Right. All right. Now, you're going to eat this ice cream?
Yeah, I love ice cream. So does my wife.
Okay. Well, I'm going to set 2 gift cards aside for you if that's okay.
That'd be great. Thanks, Jim.
Thanks for calling, Paul.
Stay safe.
Bye. See ya. Bye. All right, that's Paul. He's been a supporter of the show from time to time. So, folks, we're pretty much out of time, almost. I guess one more call, 422-7336. But please support Weller's Utility Trailers in Bridgeville if you would. We got a call. Caller, are you there?
I am.
And who am I talking to?
Mayor in
Mayor.
Bridgeville.
How is Mayor doing?
Just barely stumbling out of bed.
Wow. On a daily basis or just today?
Well, since I rarely get to sleep before 2 or 3 a.m., it's pretty much the time I get up.
Wow. Now, have you been to Vanderwin's Ice Cream before?
I have, because I got a card from you last year, and we went there. We hadn't ever stopped on the way back and forth, but we did, and it's quite a fabulous place. I was amazed at it.
Now, I don't know how it operates now, because now they've had to create a drive-in out on 404 at the Bridgeville one. So I don't know what they're out. I don't know how it's working right now, but I'm going to give you 2 gift cards. You could just pick them up next week, anytime from Tuesday through Saturday, okay?
At the shop.
At the shop at Weller's. We're just closed on Sundays and Mondays, okay?
Tuesday to Friday to Saturday. Yeah,
Tuesday to Saturday.
See you then. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
See you, Mayor. Bye-bye.
Take
Bye.
care.
All right, folks, that'll be the last call for the day. So anyway, it is a good day. The sun is shining. I want to just keep you all encouraged. So be encouraged, okay? This is not the end of the world. It's not the end of everything. But we've got to get things going. So, just pray. Pray that the governor's heart is softened and that he will open his mind to allowing businesses to respectfully reopen in a very, an organized way. But we got to get moving, folks. We got to get folks moving. We got to get moving, and we got to get folks moving. We're out of time. Thank you. Please support Weller's Utility Trailers in Bridgeville. I'd appreciate that. Thank you for watching the show, for calling in, telling your friends about it. Hit the share button when we're done. And God bless you. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you next Saturday. Bye-bye. Bye.
You're watching TV Delmarva.
At the Preston Automotive Group, our #1 priority is the health and safety of our associates and customers. We are expanding our cleaning efforts to keep our employees and community safe. If you need a vehicle, our stores are open by appointment, and there's 0% financing for 84 months and make no payments for 6 months. And we deliver. Our service and parts departments are open, and we provide pickup and delivery for all vehicle service appointments. We are all in this together. Please reach out if we can help out in any way. We're always here to lend a hand.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 888-983-6761. 888-983-6761. 888-983-6761. 888-983-6761.
wants to get ripped off, broken into, or robbed, but nobody wants to pay a lot of money to have their home protected either. I've got an offer to tell you about to provide home security for your home for less than $1 a day. For real, with no installation or equipment charges. And this is from a company rated #1 by a leading consumer research company. According to the facts, most of you won't even call unless there's a burglary in your neighborhood or something bad happened. So let's give you a reason. Save money. For less than $1 a day with no other costs, you can get your home secured. Plus, get a lifetime equipment replacement warranty. You need protection for your home. Call the Home Security Hotline right now.
Get your home secured for less than $1 a day, and every caller today immediately qualifies for free installation. Call now. 855-506-3533. 855-506-3533. That's 855-506-3533.
Delmarva Roofing and Coating is local.
We've been installing commercial roofing for over 25 years.
Some people stand behind their work, but we stand on top of it.
By coating your roof, you're extending the warranty. Call us now. It'll save you money. Before you replace, ask us about restoring your roof. Delmarva Roofing and Coating, local since 1988. Above all, a good roof.